want to take y'all back where it all started.
Let me tell you about my city, a little town where I'm from, where everybody's southern raised, just as good as they come. Backwoods and mossy oak and mud holes, and back then we only ate what the farm grow. Man, I miss some days how we played on them dirt roads, and out of towners came with respect, cause they know we all close. Yeah, southern pride, toting gun folks. Welcome to my city, I-75 South, just north of Live Oak.
I'm from a city called Austin, Georgia, right on the border, right on the border of Florida.
You know, there's a lot of people that make it out and forget where they came from. But I want to take y'all back where it all started.
Let me tell you about my city, a little town where I'm from, where everybody's southern raised, just as good as they come. Backwoods and mossy oak and mud holes, and back then we only ate what the farm grow. Man, I miss some days how we played on them dirt roads.
What's up, Title Time? It's Thursday night, and it's time to awaken the nation. Welcome back to the Viking Nation Live. Thank you so much for joining us for the show tonight. Don't forget to like. I know this is not my line. It's supposed to be Chase and Armand's line, but I'm going to steal it from them tonight. And that is, don't forget to like and share it on your social media. By the way, if you're watching tonight but haven't followed the Viking Nation on Facebook or on YouTube, do that right now. Why? Because we produce great original content, and because we do this as a community service as well. Because we believe in our heart that we are one community, one nation. We are the Viking Nation, and we welcome everyone to the nation. So the good news is our Vikings are 8-0. You heard me right. For the people in the back, for the people that are wearing black and gold shirts tonight, because we got a big game coming up next Friday night. They might be tuning in for the first time this season to see what the Viking Nation is up to. For even those folks, I'm going to say it one more time, loud and clear. Your Lowndes Vikings are 8-0. So before we get into all the stats of Lowndes versus Richmond Hill, because that's why I know that you're here tonight, let's go over some rankings, schedules, and let's start to look ahead to the playoffs. So with that said, let me go ahead and welcome one of our super fans into the channel tonight. And that is Chase Garnto. Mr. Chase, how are you?
What up, LG and the nation?
Man, I like that jersey.
I'm telling you, buddy. I'm ready. Got to make that 3-hour drive to go cat skinning tomorrow. I am ready.
Well, speaking of that 3-hour drive, guys, you're going to have to hit the road a little bit earlier tomorrow night. No, normally when we travel like this, kickoff time is usually about 7:30, right? But Richmond Hill has moved all their games up this year for a 7 o'clock kickoff. So you heard me right. Make sure you get on the road in plenty of time for a 7 o'clock kickoff, guys. Just giving you a heads up. Okay. Chase, can you believe that we are already at the very bottom of this schedule? Look at this, man. We're already blown past Tiff, Camden. We're blown past the open week. Now we're on the next to the bottom line tomorrow night against Richmond Hill. Can you believe it?
It really don't seem like we should be that far along.
I know, man. I got my windbreaker out tonight, getting into the mood, because it's going to be a little bit chilly tomorrow night. You know, by the end of the game, that temperature is going to dip down to about 60 degrees, 58 degrees, something like that. So bring something warm, guys, if you come into the game. Now, we're not expecting rain. It's going to be a clear night, but it is going to be chilly. Chase, you know what else is forecasted for tomorrow night? Lowndes by 50.
Lowndes by 50? Cat Lowndes by 50. Cat skinning. Cat skinning.
Listen, Armand's not here tonight. He must be selling cars. So I've already been out of practice. Last week we had a bye week, and so I hadn't talked to Armand. So I'm pronouncing it 50 already. We talked
Trying to. I had a loose wire.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's better. There was a lot of static coming through.
Yeah, I had a loose. I saw it and I was like, oh, can I adjust it without it making a lot of static?
I got you. All right. So let's take a look at some of the composite rankings. And come on, Mr. Composite Ranking. Man, this is the second thing that has gone haywire with this tech stuff tonight. So can you see a composite ranking on the screen there? What the heck is wrong with this software? It must be getting close to Wintersville Classic, and those pesky Wildcats are messing up with my equipment. I'm just convinced. So you guys can't see it. So I will share this with you just mano a mano. Okay. Here's the deal. Oh, there we go. Finally popped up on the screen.
Nah, still ain't nothing. It's just it's an outline with nothing.
Well, I see it on my side. You guys are going to have to trust me that it's there. Okay. So at the top of the mountain, it's none other than the Grayson Rams, followed by Buford and Carrollton. That's what we've been seeing all year. Lowndes is now the number 14 in the state of Georgia, according to the composite ranking. Now, there was some scuttlebutt, some back and forth about some of these other rating agencies that specifically Score Atlantic ranked us at a number 7. But I don't care, guys. None of this really matters, right? Lowndes is still 8-0. They can't take that away from us. But according to these rankings, Lowndes is the composite at number 4, followed by North Gwinnett, McEachern, Douglas County, Colquitt County, Valdosta, Hillgrove, and Mill Creek rounds out the composite 11. Now, Chase, check this out. So tomorrow night, this is where all the Region 1 teams are going to be. It's getting down to the nitty-gritty, guys. It really is. We know Lowndes is headed over to Richmond Hill. Valdosta is 2-1, right on our heels, going up to Tifton to take on the Blue Devils there. That's going to be a huge game. I was talking to a Valdosta fan earlier this week, Chase, and this promises to be, or this could be, I should say, this could be a trap game for Valdosta. Looking ahead to Lowndes, right? And the Blue Devils, they're pesky, man. They are a scrappy bunch. That's probably a good word for them. Very scrappy. They ain't got
no quit in them.
No quit in them. They're going to be at home. They're going to be hoping to fire off that cannon as often as they can. But I do expect Valdosta to win, but it could easily be a trap game for the Wildcats going up to Tifton. Colquitt County is going to host Camden County. Camden County needs a win in region in the most desperate of ways. They lose this week, they're toast when it comes to any chance of a playoff berth, because they are chasing not just Lowndes, but they're chasing Richmond Hill, because they've got a loss head-to-head against Richmond Hill. And Camden needs to win the final 2 and get some help from other folks like us in Colquitt County to have any shot. But if they lose tomorrow night, then they're toast. Yeah. Now, Tift County's playing for their playoff lives as well. I just don't see any future as far as making the playoffs for Tift County, any reasonable shot. But they're still a scrappy bunch. And would they like to play spoiler? Absolutely. So that's the scene for Region 1 heading into tomorrow night. Now, check this out. We've got our close eye. We've been keeping an eye on Region 8 as well. And this dang internet service, man, it's driving me nuts. Driving me nuts, Chase. So anyway, it's just spinning and spinning and spinning.
Look, I'm gonna say this. If you look at Region 8, okay, there's only one team. Sorry, it is. The rest of them are.
So you're thinking Buford is the team.
Buford's the team out of Region 8. The rest of them are just, for lack of a better word, I'll call them also rans. They also ran and played football.
I don't like to use language that strong. that's the Pat McAfee coming out of it.
Right? I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, all right. So if you look at Region 8, top to bottom.
Yeah. Buford, no doubt, is the clear-cut favorite head and shoulders.
Clear-cut favorite head and shoulders. Then you got Mill Creek and Collins Hill. Everybody else, they are what they are, man. I'm sorry. That's just the way it shakes out. That's football.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so Mill Creek is got a big game. They've got a big game next Friday night against Buford for that region title. So they're going to be off tomorrow night. But Buford is going to demolish Mountain View tomorrow night. Collins Hill is hosting Decula, and that's basically the top 4 teams out of Region 8 that I see. Now there is an outside shot that Central Gwinnett might sneak in as a 4th seed. I just don't see that happening. It's probably going to be Buford, Mill Creek, Collins Hill, and Decula coming out of Region 8 in that order. So if Lowndes goes on to win the region title, we probably will be hosting either Collins Hill or Decula in the first round. Okay. Now, Chase, tell me that you actually see something on the screen now.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Okay. Guys, I wanted to take a few minutes just to explain this screen because it's caused a lot of talk among fans this week. This is the postseason rankings as put out by the GHSA. Right now, for this year, it makes no difference in the world. This is just for entertainment value. So what are we talking about? Starting next season, as you know, if you're a regular watcher of the Viking Nation Live, then you know that starting next season, there's going to be a new postseason format. And that is, we're doing away with the notion of the top 4 teams in each region gets an automatic bye or berth into the playoffs. Instead, they're going to a seeding 1 through 32 based on a ongoing postseason ranking. So what does that mean? What you see on the screen is every team's postseason ranking as determined by a pre-specified formula. So that formula is your team's winning percentage plus your opponent's winning percentage plus your opponent's winning percentage, and you get a score, that PSR score in the far right-hand corner. So the talk this week is, how in the world do some of these teams even, for example, if you take a look at Tift County, they're technically still in this thing. If you take a look at Camden County, even though we just talked about they're playing for their playoff lives this year, but if we fast forward to next year, they're actually the number 10 ranked team of the state based on this formula. So what does that look like? So Chase and I were talking about this before the show tonight, and the question came up, so what does it mean when a team plays an out-of-state team, Chase? Like this year, Lowndes played Manatee. How does that play into the formula? Does that even count? You know, a team like Camden County, being right there on the border over there in Kingsland, right above Jacksonville, they play a lot of Jacksonville-based teams, and that the East Coast of Florida-based teams. Do those games count? The answer is yes and no. So what do we mean? I'm going to pull up.
By the way, I hate this. Just for everybody watching, I hate what Larry's about to say, and I disagree with it 1,000%. Just so we're clear.
Yeah.
Where I'm gonna use Travis Hart's line, where Timu Pat McAfee stands. I don't like it. GHSA need to fix it.
Now, guys, I want you to take a look at a couple of different columns here as a little tangent. We're chasing a little rabbit here. So, you know, there are some people, myself included, that thinks that we should play tougher non-region opponents, right? Now, as much as I would like to see Lowndes play tougher non-region opponents, take a look at the opponent's winning percentage column. The opponent's winning percentage that Lowndes has played this year is approaching 70%, which is not bad. If you compare that to other teams in Class 6A, like, for example, Grayson, they've played some awful teams. How do we know that? Because Grayson's opponent's winning percentage is barely above 500, Chase. And their opponent's winning percentage is at 56%.
Well,
so Grayson doesn't go out of their way to play world beaters, right? Now, part of that is because they're in a region that's pretty weak. It's top heavy. So that goes into this formula as well, okay? So that doesn't mean that Grayson hasn't played some tough teams, but overall their schedule is not a tough schedule, is my point. Okay. And Lowndes' schedule doesn't look bad at all compared to the rest of the state when it comes to Class 6A. I would still love to see us play tougher non-region opponents, but taking a look at the numbers on paper, it's not that bad. So let's get back to this formula. Remember, we show these 3 columns, and this is directly from the GHSA's website. So you guys can look this up if you want. We'll actually put this link into the chat session or the chat screen. So you'll be able to click on that. Don't do it now, but you'll be able to click on that at your leisure so you can look at exactly what we're looking at. So just want to let you know, we're not making this stuff up, directly from the GHSA's website. So take a look at that word explain on the far right side of the screen. It actually breaks down in detail all the components of these formulas, or actually what goes into the formula. Here's what I'm talking about. So the question is, how do these out-of-state opponents affect your postseason ranking? We should not characterize them as out-of-state opponents. The GHSA actually calls them non-GHSA schools, which means they could be a Georgia private school that plays in a different league, like the GISA, or the state of Alabama, South Carolina. So it's not just reflective of out-of-state schools. It's any non-GHSA school. Okay, so with that explanation, let's go look at the explanation for the Lowndes postseason ranking, I should say. All right, so Chase, can you see this?
Barely, yeah.
Okay, so this breaks it down in detail by each school. Okay, we're actually looking at the Lowndes one. So we're looking at the winning percentage right here where it says winning percentage right there, and it actually breaks it down. So you see this part right here where it says non-GHSA wins?
Yeah.
That's the Manatee.
Okay.
And right here where it says non-GHSA contest, that's the Manatee. So to answer your question, the out-of-state game against Manatee this year did go into our winning percentage calculation. Okay. Chase, you got to do something about that static, man.
I don't hear no static.
Huh?
I don't hear you.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you on mute and see if. Yeah, it's your end. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on there.
Is it still there?
Now it's not. So maybe that'll stay. Don't touch anything.
I haven't touched anything.
Yeah. Listen, computer stuff, we've been dealing with this stuff all year. Tonight's no different. Okay, so if you take a look at this winning percentage, I want to explain this to you a little bit more. You see my mouse right here where it says 0.9 and then 1.1? In the GHSA's wisdom chase, a home win does not count as much as a road win. It's not equal. A home win only gets you 0.9 points.
Yeah,
A road trip win gets you 1.1 points. So that would explain why your winning percentage for Lowndes, who is 8-0, is actually below 100. That's seen as this score right here, 0.93. Okay. So that explains it, because we've had so many games at home, which all have counted for 0.9 points. And so when you add all that up, it doesn't come to 100%. That's why. So if we go down here now to our opponent's winning percentage, you notice the Manatee game is not listed at all. You see that? So it's got these 7 other games: Camden, Colquitt, Jenkins, Mount Zion, Jonesboro, Central Gwinnett, Kell, and Tift County, but the Manatee score is not there. And so you see here at the left over here, or the right over here, it says GHSA opponent count. So in the winning percentage, our winning percentage part of the formula, the out-of-state team is counted. But the other 2/3 of the formula, your opponent's winning percentage, and I'm going to go down a little bit more, your opponent's winning percentage, the non-GHSA school is not listed. There's only, if you count these up, there's only 7 there. So Manatee is missing. So why do I point this out? So a team like Camden County that has played 4 out-of-state opponents those 4 games counted as part of their winning percentage. But when it comes to these other 2/3 of the formula, they're not listed at all. And they only have 4 games that apply to their opponent's winning percentage and opponent's winning percentage.
Personally,
Yeah.
I kind of like. In case y'all were wondering what I was doing, I was looking up stuff. I'm kind of glad Manatee's is not counted.
Yeah, you see their record.
Well, I mean, they got some quality wins, but they got a lot of losses. They're 3-5, but they do have wins over Southeast, IMG, and Pinellas Park.
Yeah. And so the reason why, in my opinion, that they don't include Manatee and some of these other non-GHA schools in this part of the equation is because, think about it, guys, they would have to track all of Manatee's opponents and all of Manatee's opponents. And so now that they would have to have access to these other state databases, that kind of stuff. And it's just, the cost is too great. The manpower required is a little bit too much. And so this is probably a good compromise. You count it in your winning percentage, but not in your opponent's winning percentage.
Well, now see, you take a team like Kell, for instance.
Yeah.
So we played out of region, out of class. That's a really good team.
Yeah.
Right now they're currently sitting 7-2, with their only losses coming to us and Sequoia.
That's right.
Sequoia is a good program. They got a good team this year.
Right.
So I mean, everybody wants to challenge our non-region schedule, but outside of Manatee, most everybody else is okay.
That's right. Now, Travis Hart is correct. Let me go ahead and put our camera back on the screen. So Travis Hart is correct when he says this. He says, we need Tiff to win tomorrow night so the Vikings can win region tomorrow night. So what Travis is talking about is if Tiff County upsets Valdosta, so that would mean Valdosta would go into the Wintersville Classic with 2 region losses. And even if we lost to Valdosta, assuming that we win tomorrow night against Richmond Hill, then it wouldn't matter if we lost the Wintersville Classic. We would still be the region title, region champs. But Chase is like, that's stinking thinking.
Listen, no. What I'm saying, all right, Travis, I love you. Me and you, normally we on the same page. We right here. You an FSU guy, I'm an FSU guy. We struggling with football-related things this year. Okay, we are. All right, but let's come back down to reality. It's going to be.
You're saying there's no way in Hades that Tiff is beating Valdosta tomorrow night.
No, all I'm going to say is, look, it's hard. If Tiff beats Valdosta, it's going to be really hard for me to hype the Wintersville game up. Because if Tiff beats Valdosta tomorrow night,
yeah,
this big Halloween havoc cash that we've been trying to build up.
Sure, yeah.
You might as well just ball all them ideas up and just throw them over here in the trash can because they just out the window.
That's funny stuff.
That game's about as, I mean, it'll mean something for bragging rights for the city, but outside of that, what are we playing for?
Yeah. All right, so it's a moot point now, but the fact is, Lowndes on paper has played some good teams. Okay, based on their opponents' winning percentages. Not necessarily. So we thought that Manatee was probably going to be the strongest team on that opponent, but that doesn't appear to be the case. We found out after the fact they had a lot of rebuilding. But the 2 strongest teams looks like they could be Kell and who was I can't remember. What was the other team? Jenkins. Yeah. Out of all the teams, Jenkins, typically an awful team on the coast, actually has a pretty decent team this year. So there you go.
Let me see what their record is. I'm kind of curious.
So, hey, listen.
Alan Clanton doing our homework for us. Jenkins
Check this out.
7-1. Oh my Lord, the bearded wonder.
The bearded wonder.
Wait a minute.
We just need to all come up there. Hey, I actually like
Look
that.
at that.
Hey, where'd you
Woo!
get that? Because I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need one of them.
Wouldn't you like to know?
I really would, because I got to have one if I get this new sales rep job. I gotta have one.
There we go. Let's go. We on the road again. Got my heart.
We're feeling fresh. Should you guys dare me to wear the cowboy hat tomorrow night to the game?
Hey, do it. Do it.
So Armand, we're breaking down the postseason rankings now this year. Now, that doesn't apply to this year. Okay, what does apply to this year, guys? And that's this. Okay, let me go ahead and change this. That. Okay.
Oh wow.
So
hey, just to put this into perspective for you, Jenkins beat Calvary Day. Calvary Day's for a small school. Calvary Day's a pretty good program. They're not bad.
Listen, I'm not prepared to say that, but I'll give them their props. You know, Jenkins is not a bad team this year. That's as far as I can. I'm not ready to say that they are a good team. By no means am I ready to say that. What am I doing, Larry? Come on.
I know you all aboard the struggle bus.
I'm trying to make this bigger where everybody can see it, but I can't seem to make this right and get
This
this.
can't get right today, huh?
I can't get this right. I mean,
I'm that baby's daddy.
Radio. No.
man, I'll just play it around here. So, okay. What the heck? All right. So what I'm gonna have to do is just go full screen here. What I'm trying to do is make this where people can see it. Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't see it. I don't know what's going on my end. I can't see that.
Armand, you can see it?
Yeah, man, I don't even need my glasses this time, so I can see it.
Yeah. So I'm trying to make this as big on the screen as possible.
I think me and LG just got internet problems out here.
Could be, man. You know. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is do
Too big.
No, I'm going to move it around so
Okay.
you can actually see the different quadrants.
All right.
Okay, so if you take a look at where I think Valdosta is going to end up, I think Valdosta is going to end up as the 3rd seed. Okay, because I'm I'm confident that Lowndes is going to win that game. And if Lowndes wins that game, then that throws it into a head-to-head tiebreaker with Colquitt and Valdosta. Colquitt's going to win that tiebreaker. So they're going to be the 2nd seed. So if Valdosta loses to us, wins tomorrow night, we win tomorrow night and win that Wintersville Classic, then Valdosta is going to slide all the way to the 3rd seed. And if that's the case, that means they're going to be on the road in the 1st round, probably against Mill Creek. And you see where that's headed. It means that they're on the road in the 2nd week, headed up to Grayson. That's going to be a tough road trip for the Cats.
Man,
so their season, I think they can beat Mill Creek on the road, but their season may end against Grayson on the road if, in fact, they end up as the 3rd seed.
I think they're going to beat Grayson.
What?
Yeah.
I was fixing to say the same thing.
You think they can beat Grayson on the road?
I think they can beat Grayson on the road.
I think they got the recipe to do it. Deron and
C4.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they
Robert, listen.
Marquise,
When you got the two of the leading rushers south of Macon at Lowndes and Valdosta, it's going to be a problem for teams to the north because we know that they don't like to stop the run.
Yeah, TB says, no, she's with me. I don't see Valdosta beating Grayson on the road. Maybe if Grayson made the road trip down to here, because I like, just like I like Robert's chances against anybody in Martin Stadium, I like Valdosta's chances against anybody at Bazemore Higher. But I just don't see them making the trip up to Loganville and beating Grayson on the road.
Hey, Robert Lindsay, you'll have to talk to the man, the myth, the cowboy hat, the legend, Mr. Larry Godwin, because I'm not even sure where he got this from, because this was a gift from my boss man to me. So Yeah, you're gonna have to talk to him about that.
You talking about the jersey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I surprised Armand and Chase. Was it last Christmas? I can't remember when I gave that to you.
It was this past Christmas.
Yeah. So I had customized jerseys made for those. Did I put your name on the back?
No, it says the Viking Nation on the back.
Oh, that's right.
I like it.
Yeah.
I did not even buy one for myself.
He tried to make me cry in public. That's what he was trying
Yeah,
to
he did. He tried to make me cry in public. Don't do that, man.
I love it. Okay, so if you take a look at Colquitt, if they end up as the second seed, then they're probably going to be hosting Collins Hill in the first round. So then that means they'd be on the road against probably North Gwinnett in the second round. Do you guys think that Colquitt can beat North Gwinnett on the road?
Yeah.
Possible.
Now, here's the deal. It would be a rematch because they've already played North Gwinnett on the road early in the season and lost. So, but that was early in the season. We just don't know what these teams look like in a game 12 against each other.
But it's like I said, I think I talked earlier this week. Colquitt seeing what they can do without Jay Lamar. They get Jay Lamar back, right?
Yeah.
So if they seem to be a better, I say a more well-rounded team without him. Not saying better because he's the talent that he is, but if they can just incorporate him and not be so Jay Lamar centric, I think they're tough out for anybody, and I think they could beat anybody too. So we'll see. But listen, I'm picking all in the playoffs. Look, I would love to see Lowndes, Valdosta, Colquitt, and whoever makes it to the Final Four.
I hear you, man. I hear you. All right, so moving on and looking at Team 4, the 4th seed out of Region 1. If it holds true, this projection, then I'm projecting that Richmond Hill is probably going to be the 4th seed, which means they're going to be traveling to Buford's All-World Stadium in the first round. No way in the world Richmond Hill is escaping Buford with a win there. So their season ends in week 1 of the playoffs. Okay. Any disagreement there?
No.
I didn't think so. I was about to have you guys committed if you disagree with that one.
No, not really.
Anything can happen.
I guess so. I guess you could have half of Buford's team come down with a stomach bug that day. Anything short of that, I just don't see it happening, guys. Okay, so that means.
Chase, hold on. So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yes.
That's why you guys tune in to the Viking Nation Live, because of the comedy that ensues when you get these 3 football minds together. All right, so Lowndes projecting us as the number 1 seed means that we would be hosting probably Decula in the first round, probably Norcross in the second round, and then you're looking at a toss-up, a coin toss between McEachern and Lowndes. I like our chances a lot if McEachern comes down here.
I want that game. I don't care.
I think it's a toss-up game. I think it's a 50-50 game if Lowndes travels to McEachern.
No. Because that whole week before that game, me and Armand gonna make sure that we find the film from the last time we played McEachern. And we gonna air it constantly. It's gonna be on a 24/7 loop live.
Yeah.
We're gonna play it so everybody remembers what happened last time.
And so that's a long trip to McEachern, man. I hate that drive.
Man, listen.
But we're gonna host it.
Yeah, we're gonna host it.
So assuming that Lowndes runs the table against McEachern, that means let me move this thing around. That means that Lowndes is cruising for a semifinal showdown with the Buford Wolves in the semifinals. That's going to be a coin flip as well. I like our chances. I think it's greater than 50% if we play them at Martin Stadium. I think it goes down to probably 40% if we have to go up there. Do you know why that is? Do you know why I say something like that as blasphemous as that sounds, guys? The reason why, let me put us back on camera. The reason why I make a comment like that, I like our chances above 50%, is because in a game like that, in a big game like that, whether it's the Wintersville Classic or playing Buford, we all agree those are huge games, right?
Mhm.
There is going to be a moment in the game when your team's emotional level starts to decline because of momentum swings, because of whatever the case. When you're on the road, it's hard to get that back because you rely on oftentimes your crowd, the band, external factors, right? And that's hard to produce on the road. It's much easier to produce at Martin Stadium. That's why I like our chances go way up, because when your team's emotional energy starts to dip, that crowd can get you fired back up, and that's enough to swing momentum. And so that's why I handicapped that game the way I did. What do you guys think?
I agree.
I say if we play up there, it's a 50-50.
Okay.
If we play here, it's 70-30.
Whoa. I like those odds.
I got a 60-40 on the road because I keep telling you, good defense and a strong run game travels.
That's right.
Yeah, I like our chances against anybody. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm so confident in this team that I like our chances against anybody.
What I tell you a while ago, LG. I think this team, listen, this team plays like they play with a point to prove. Like they come out and they jump on you from get-go, and they just, for the rest of the time, it's just like they just do whatever they want to do and they just beat you down.
That's right.
I mean, they play. They play to win, and they play to win together. It's not one or two guys out there shouldering the load. It's all 11 guys on both sides of the ball.
Yeah. Now,
that's a dangerous thing in a football.
Hey, we started broadcasting to the YouTube channel a couple of weeks ago, and Walter Thomas is checking in on the YouTube channel. He says Manatee's 5 losses have a 36-3 record. Pretty good.
So they've lost to quality competition.
Yeah, so they've lost them. So Walter, he also says, no way Valdosta beats Grayson. Their defense is elite. Valdosta has a small defensive line. Pretty interesting commentary there.
Grayson ain't played nobody, though.
Hey, Walter Thomas, I don't recognize your name as a regular viewer of the Viking Nation Live. Where are you tuning in from since you keep finding us on YouTube? Are you a Lowndes fan, a Valdosta fan? Are you a Metro Atlanta area fan, or somewhere else in the country? So just let us know. We'd like to find out where people are tuning in from.
Absolutely. We love it.
Yeah, Tierra Battle says, I think our defense can stop anybody. You know, Tierra, I got to say, when the season started, I needed some convincing. I'll put it that way. But now that we're past week 8, I'm right there with you. I think our defense can stop almost anybody. If we're on the road against Buford, I don't know if we can stop Buford on the road. Now, I can be convinced otherwise. I have to see it to believe it. But again, I like our chances at home a lot of stopping anybody. Now, when it comes to our offense, because of how mature it is and how many weapons that Hydra offense has, I like our offense against anybody, anywhere, even the Trinity League in Southern California. Now, that might sound sacrilegious to a lot of national football fans, right? But I like our defense, our offensive prowess against anybody out there. I think I need a little bit more convincing on our defense against the elite teams. Against the really good teams, we can stop anybody. Against the elite teams, I need a little bit more convincing.
I don't. That's 11 silver helmets on the ball.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
Yeah, I think our defense, look, they keep everything in front of them for the most part. They tackle well. You got 11 helmets flying to the ball, and that's all you can ask for on defense. And they're playing wide open too. So, and they're having so much fun out there, and that's what it's all about. And so, when you're having fun and you're playing wide, loose, and free,
I hear you, man.
You
I
got
hear
a
you.
dominant defense. That's what it is, and they keep gelling. I told y'all guys from week 1 or week 0, whatever it was. Hey, this defense is going to gel.
Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on just a second.
What's that?
LG, was that an Ohio State coffee cup?
Man, shut your mouth. I've never got mad at you before, but if you were here, I would throw a brick at you. Look at this.
Well, you had your hand covering it. It looked like you was trying to cover up the logo a
Ohio
little bit.
State.
You know,
How could you even think of something like that?
I'm just saying. I'm trying to get you away from all that, man. All that riffraff.
All right, I see. I covered up part of the G. I guess you could say, is that an O?
It kind of, the way your hand was over it, I was like, is he drinking out of an Ohio State coffee cup? Armand, did you know about this?
I looked at it, and you know what, Larry? I never doubted you. I never doubted that was.
Oh, see, I see.
Armand is my dog, spiritual brother.
I sense some. I don't sense a lot of conviction in that statement, though.
No, I'm telling you, like I never once doubted it. I saw the cup the first time he held it up, and I knew it. That's his favorite cup that he drinks it
every single Thursday night.
I agree, Travis. It has been a few years since defense played this well.
Yeah.
Don't disagree with that statement.
All right. So Gary West says our defense is good, but our offense is elite. See, that's my point, Gary. I'm right there with you. I think our defense is growing into a very, very good defense. I just need a little bit more convincing to throw them into the elite column. Now, you guys know me, but I'm going to give you my honest opinion. Now, can I be swayed? Can I be proven wrong? Absolutely. I hope I am. But that's just my honest opinion. Travis Hart says, it's been a few years since the defense has played this well. I agree. Osby says, replying to Travis Hart, Tifton is not winning. I agree.
Let me do some math over here. Y'all keep talking. Y'all talking about my defense.
Wilbur Pelfrey says Carter's defensive schemes have believers now when he caught a lot of flack in earlier years. Now, Wilbur, this is just my observation. It could be right or wrong. This is just from my personal lens when it comes to Carter's defense. I could be way off base on this. I don't think I am, but I could be. Earlier on, I think Adam was sold on a three-man front. But I have noticed, guys, correct me if you guys disagree, and I don't mind if you do. But I think the majority of the season, it's been very, very little reliance on a pure three-man front. And most of the time, I see him walking 4 and a 5th guy up to that defensive line.
Yeah. And so just to kind of let you guys know, I actually talked to somebody who's very familiar with the defense that he runs. Pretty much what it's doing is to change what the quarterback sees pre-snap, right? Yeah. So when you got that three-man down there, and you have the ability to walk up somebody on the line to create a fourth man. Now, even though he might walk up there, at the point when they snap the ball, he might back out, and then the pressure comes from somewhere else. And so it's changing it's window dressing, a lot of window dressing. But I say on about 85% of all defensive snaps, you've seen at least four-man splits.
I don't disagree with that at all, Armand. If you take a look at offenses, like offenses use a lot of motion, right, to basically trick a lot of eyes on the other side of the ball. Carter uses basically a lot of motion and a lot of quote unquote smoke and mirrors, right? Where you see one thing and it's actually something else. I have no problem with that. But at the snap of the ball, I still see a lot of 4-man and 5-man fronts.
Well, I'm gonna y'all gonna like this. Y'all gonna like this. All that can be credited to y'all's coach.
All that what now?
All that smoke and mirrors and showing the offense one thing, as soon as the ball snapped there and something else. All that can be credited to y'all's coach. Kirby was doing that at Alabama when Alabama was winning national championships.
Well, yeah, it's the same. It's almost the same defense when you go and watch it. In fact,
There's nothing wrong with it. That's actually a good thing, right?
Yeah, it's a great thing.
yeah. In fact, like I watched Brooks Austin's shut up and watch the tape. That's the name of it. That segment, and he was going over the defense and showing why Ole Miss had so much success. But as he gets to it, he's talking about it, and I'm looking at it, and I'm just like, oh, this looks like what I'm seeing on Friday night, just at a more advanced, level. But when you boil it down, it's pretty much the same defense, the same principles. Now, what they are tend to be doing, what you see in Georgia, like a lot of times they'll play man to the boundary side and zone
Yeah.
to the field. I don't think we're doing that too often. But look, the defense from day one, I didn't like it. I didn't think we had the personnel, but I also said, hey, let these kids get into this
That's right.
and learn it. Because year one, they just seemed like they didn't really have a grasp of the concept. You know what I mean? And what they were doing out there.
Yeah.
Last year, you saw them grow. Still gave us some big plays, but you saw them grow. And now what you're seeing kids who've been in the same system for 3 years. So they've had a chance to learn it. Some of them have probably mastered it. And so you're just going to continue to see this defense get better. But I will tell you, one man I want to see, and I'm not telling, I want to see more of Allen, number 90, Mr. Allen. That kid there, I'm telling y'all, write the name down. I know his mom, Felicia, his dad. Listen, this kid is going to be the next one. He's going to be the next one. So
Number 90. We're going to keep an eye on him. Well, guys, I've come to the point where, over the years, I've wanted so much from Lowndes football and Lowndes, right? But I'm at the point now where just win. Just win. Do what you got to do. You don't have to tell me about it. If you want to have transfer, just win. That's all I care about now. And that's what we're doing. We're 8-0, and I have no complaints.
You coming over to the dark side now?
I have no, listen, as long as I don't know about it.
Wait a minute. I knew there was a caveat there somewhere.
Just win. Just win. That's
man.
So if you win, I'm going to praise you. If you don't win, if you go 4-6, then we got to talk about some different stuff. But just win. You guys have worn me down, and you've convinced me.
So, did anybody else see the stat a little while ago? It was a couple of weeks ago. Gainesville got 8, not random transfers, 8 Division I transfers.
Yeah.
How do you even accomplish that?
Well, there's different people. People have different takes on that. Some people say, you're talking about Gainesville, right?
I'm talking about the Gainesville Red Elephant.
Yeah, so someone like Josh Niblett. So I actually interviewed him 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, remember.
After they had a huge win against Milton.
Yeah.
So me and my buddy Joe Mamone interviewed him. And so when you have national figures like that as a coach, whether it's Rush Probst or Coach Niblett or, and just fill in the blanks there. If you have an outstanding program, then it's not out of the realm of possibility that you're going to attract players. Why do you think we built that indoor facility? It was to attract players.
No, we built that so the band could have.
Now, come on. We're talking real here.
Yeah, it's to it's just like facilities. Like
that's
when, right. Kids go visit the colleges. They fall in love with the facilities and the program and everything. No different than high school. People are attracted to the shiny things, right?
That's right. Wilbur Pelfrey's got it right. If you win, they will come.
Yeah. Also,
if you win and build facilities, they will come even in bigger numbers.
So we're the field of dreams now. Okay.
That's exactly right. Yeah. So don't buy this argument about it was for ROTC. We built it to attract players.
I know why we built it. I was trying to do the I was trying to do the right thing for once, LG. Come on, man. I see. Armand, you see what I got to put up with, man? He gets on to me for doing what he's doing right now. I try to do the right thing. Now you get on to me for that. Man, I can't win for losing.
You know, I've noticed that too. You and I have switched roles tonight. I think it's the cowboy hat, man.
Yeah, because if I go off on a tangent, we're gonna all be in trouble. We're gonna all be in the principal's office tomorrow. But
I would have muted you guys by now.
Winning does solve everything, and
It does.
LG has been a big proponent of that since I came on this show. Somewhat 5 years ago now.
Yeah.
Winning does solve everything, and Adam Carter has figured that out, and he knows that. He's figured that out at Camden. He figured that out at Grayson. He figured it out at Lowndes, especially at Lowndes, because he figured out right off Jump Street. This ain't the fan base you want to lose at.
That's right.
Because we kind of rabid.
Spoiled.
Spoiled. I wasn't going to use that word because I don't like that word, but
No. Listen,
Hey, Chase. Look,
man, don't nobody care about that.
Listen. We got a sport fan base. You know, when you go from 95 up until 2021 without having a losing season, you know, that will spoil some fans, you know. But it's just a commitment to excellence, and that's what Lowndes has adopted. Like, people want to go play for a winner, right? That's why people want to come play for Hyder. You don't think that it was people or kids that moved to Valdosta High?
absolutely, man.
Go play for Coach Hyder. I know for a fact, people's parents paid tuition. They lived in the county, paid tuition to go to Valdosta High to play for Coach Hyder.
Mm-hmm.
It's no different in other schools.
So what got us down this road, this tangential road? Is that a word? Yeah, tangential road.
I like that word.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Chase asked the question, how does a school like Gainesville get 8 D1 transfers? If you start to win, they will come.
Yeah,
they will come.
That's what just, it was hard to wrap my head around it. I've been to Gainesville.
And if you talk to this guy for we talked to him about 45 minutes. If you talk to him 45 minutes, you would be ready to put on a set of shoulder pads and helmets too. I was ready to go up there and try out for the team.
I don't doubt that. Carter has that same ability. Coach Reese has got that same ability. I tell you one that I like, and I just recently became a fan after getting to talk to him a couple of times.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Coach J.D. Sellers.
I haven't spent very much time talking to Coach Sellers, but I know other people. We have mutual friends in common up in the Baxley area, and they tell me about his reputation up there, which is outstanding, by the way. He just appears to be a very high energy guy, and that's what you want in a coach.
He is, and the kids love him, and I don't know, man. He's funny as all get out. If you say something to him, he's got something. You just better be prepared.
That's right.
That's all I can tell you.
I ain't gonna even pretend to call these names. I know Coach Slack, Coach DeBose, Coach Carter, and Coach Stone. That's my four. They're the only ones I know, so I can't call them. I'm big fans of them too. But
well, that's a pretty good company right there.
Gainesville does have elite facilities. I watched a whole little YouTube segment on all their facilities and everything. Their campus is beautiful. It's got everything you want. But you know who else got a beautiful campus?
Lowndes High School.
Lowndes High School got a beautiful campus. Okay. You know who got an ugly campus? That school that used to be over there on Forest Street.
Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna sneak this one.
I knew Armand would like that.
Man, you're just giving them bulletin board material, man.
Yeah, we just getting ready. We're getting ready a little early.
Yeah, we're just getting ready.
I can see that. Y'all are going to be off the chain frisky next week.
Oh man,
guys,
y'all better tune in.
Let you know that we're going to have a guest on the show next week, and that is Shane Thomas. You know, Valdosta Daily Times reporter. He has gone to, I believe, every Valdosta Wildcat game this season. So he's going to be on the show next Thursday night. Perfect timing to talk Lowndes and Valdosta in the Wintersville Classic. So make sure you tune in next week. It's gonna be a pretty good discussion.
And we ain't gonna hold that against him.
Shane's a really good guy. You guys know Shane. He's a good guy.
We ain't gonna hold that against you.
Hey, I got some questions lined up for him. I really do. Because he was at Penn State last year. I got some questions for him.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. So, guys, I know what Armand's going to say. What's the outcome going to be tomorrow night when Lowndes travels to Richmond Hill? Is it Lowndes by 50 or Lowndes by 70?
By 55.
Realistic? You want a realistic score, or you want what I hope it'll be?
I want a realistic, genuine Pat McAfee score.
$45-14.
You know, Chase, you know what else Pat McAfee is known for?
I ain't wearing a tank top.
He's known for leading a chant like this, Armand. Who's that coming down the track?
Oh God!
I mean, machine in red and black.
I ain't doing that because then I'm gonna have to figure out something that goes along
Ain't
with
nothing
Richmond.
finer in the land.
Yeah, give me Alabama to break all their hearts.
Georgia fan.
Yeah, Alabama still Kirby's daddy.
Hey, you know,
did my heart good.
So we are having a good time clowning around tonight because, guys, honestly, I just don't expect tomorrow night to be even close. You know,
They got some good players now.
they do have some good players, but they
have some good
graduated a lot of talent over there on the coast. And
They
I
did.
think this is a rebuilding year for Richmond Hill.
They got some young talented guys. They got a couple of guys who are they can light it up on any Friday night. They got a receiver that's I think he's at over 1,000 or right close. No, I think he's like 800 something yards receiving on the year. I think is what I saw. Maybe
Against both Camden and Valdosta, their offense produced less than 180 yards of offense.
yeah. You talking about Elias Grant averaging 49
Yeah.
yards a game. That's not. Listen, Lowndes is giving up 8.5 points per game.
Yeah.
That's our average. We're scoring 39.625. Right. So I'm gonna use numbers, and I'm gonna go with the status quo.
Okay.
And the status quo is probably gonna be Lowndes 40, Richmond Hill 10, maybe. You know?
Robert Lindsay says, I hope it don't rain again. The weather is going to be clear, but it's going to be raining Lowndes touchdowns tomorrow night. So I think Lowndes by 28 easy.
So are we going to see air Lowndes?
Yes.
Are we going to see air Lowndes?
Yes.
Ooh, all right.
I think that Lowndes passing attack is going to come out of the gate firing on all cylinders in through the air, and you're going to see Lowndes be in rare form tomorrow night to prove a point going into that Valdosta game.
You know what? And I have to echo that sentiment, but for a different reason. The passing game has been explosive, but it just hasn't been consistent.
Yeah.
You know, and that has something to do with Jace being out those first 3 games, whether not permitting or just being up so much that it don't make sense to throw the ball too much. So I think you're going to see look for them to get Jace some easy passes going early, still establishing the running game, and then start taking big shots down the field. That's what I expect. And it just really depends on how the game goes. I don't think, from what I've seen Richmond Hill when they played in Camden, like you said, that offense was a struggle bus, for real.
Yeah.
Well,
guys, tonight we were talking about smoke and mirrors when it comes to Lowndes, but we have royalty checking in with us tonight. The smoke man himself, Lemon, says Lowndes by 21.
My boy. Man, I miss you, dude.
Illinois.
Man, I miss you, dude. I miss my hugs on Friday night. Man, listen, Smoke used to make sure every Friday night when I was on the sideline, I got me a hug every Friday night. I miss my hug, Smoke. You owe me one when you come back home.
Yeah, man. So appreciate you tuning in tonight, Smoke. Don't be a stranger, man. We love it when former players come back and check us out on the channel. Hope you're doing well up there at Eastern Illinois.
Yeah, he doing big things up there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
He's doing
there's a
big
lot of Lowndes players doing big things in college ball. You know,
I love
Chase
it. I
Belcher
love
up there at Kennesaw State. Smoke at Eastern Illinois. Ja'Cory Brown, was he at UCF?
UCF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marvin's had a good game.
TJ Quinn up there at Louisville.
Yep. He's having a monster season.
Yeah.
Up there. So look for his name to be called early. When was that? April, May, whenever the draft is. Who else playing big?
So you talking about Marvis at Western Kentucky, right?
Yeah, Marvin's had a big game. I'm talking about TJ Quinn.
Yeah.
So he's drafted. I think this is senior year, his last year.
That's right.
So he's done nothing but improve his draft stock. Also TD up there in App State.
Yeah.
Hey, did y'all see the picture of the I don't know if y'all saw it or not. Picture of him and Jace and Bubba.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of Bubba, Bubba got 3 dual offers.
3 dual offers: App State, Auburn, and Florida State.
Yeah, to play basketball and football.
So, man, speaking of Lowndes royalty, I miss these guys.
Oh yeah,
I miss those guys a lot. All right, so guys, that's going to wrap it up. We are overtime tonight, but we've had a good show. This has been fun. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Smoke says, I've been out these last couple of weeks. Oh, tore my UCL and lateral carpenter muscle in my left arm. Yikes. Man, sorry to hear that, dude. Well, get well. Do all your rehab like you're supposed to, and you'll come back stronger than ever.
Yep.
Neil Colbert says, TJ made himself a big-time prospect against Miami. He sure did.
Yeah, he did.
Man, sure did.
And I love.
Oh! I know what I wanted to say.
Okay.
To the people down there in Gainesville, you made a mistake. You should have kept Sunshine Billy. You made a mistake. You should have kept him. But
what are you talking about? Oh, the other Gainesville. We were talking about Gainesville Red. You talking about the South Gainesville?
Yeah, I hate to see him go, man. Dang. I wish he kept
Yeah, that was an easy win for Georgia every year.
Yeah. It'll make it easy for us.
You think Lane Kiffin shows up in Gainesville?
Hold on, because if there's one in Tallahassee that can replace him if they want him. Will he? I'll help him pack.
Listen, I think Florida State, and Penn State should all kind of rotate coaches.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you. I'd take James Franklin.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I think that is the biggest.
I think he's a good coach.
I think that is the biggest atrocity in college sports in recent history. That man had them top 10 almost year in and year out.
His biggest knock, the knock against him was a lot of his opponents said that he just could not win the big game.
The big game, yeah. He can beat Ohio State, can beat Michigan. So that was not going on James Franklin. But look at what he did at Vanderbilt when he was at Vanderbilt before he went there. He's done a great job. And wherever he goes, trust me, he's going to follow.
He did that at Vanderbilt before NIL and the transfer portal.
Yep. Look, Vandy got those absurd academic standards that they're not waiting for nobody. So what he did at Vandy was big. And look, Napier gone. It really wonders with all these changes. It's really something to watch because certain officers are going to get changed. So you got kids committed here, committed there. But remember, players have relationship with certain coaches. So
yeah,
you might have so to look locally. And speaking of which, I think Corey Howard, he decommitted from Georgia, went to Alabama over there at Valdosta High. So guess you just never know.
That's right.
You never know.
Listen, I hear that Dan Mullen is headed to Florida State.
I'll take Dan Mullen.
Man,
Here's the one thing about Dan Mullen. I'm not a Dan Mullen hater. Dan Mullen can recruit. He's a good quarterback coach. He's a good offense coordinator. I will take that.
He just doesn't recruit during football season.
Yeah, that's the knock on Dan Mullen was that he didn't recruit. Not that he couldn't, he wouldn't go recruit.
He did not. He just would not.
And coaches
he
for
just
that.
wouldn't.
Yeah,
And
coaches
he
for that.
felt like he could beat the Jimmys and Joes with X's and O's, and he couldn't do it consistently. So that's Dan Mullen. But he's out of was it UNLV? That's where he at. He's out there. Turning them to.
You had Deshaun Foster get fired at UCLA.
Yeah.
The Virginia Tech coach got fired. Sunshine Billy.
Yeah.
James Franklin at Penn State. Was it I think UAB fired their coach.
Yeah, Trent Dilfer's gone. Yeah.
I mean, you got a whole list of the coaching carousel is way underway. Underway.
And
The high school coaching carousel looks like it might kick off pretty soon. Bainbridge got rid of theirs. So pretty sure. Well,
All right, so Walter Thomas, checking us out on YouTube, says he's a huge Lowndes fan and a former Georgia Bridgeman.
Well,
we all about the Bridgeman.
All about. Now,
Man,
I suspect I know who Walter Thomas is. And I'm not sure if his real name's Walter Thomas. I think I know who that is.
That's a bold statement, Walter. That is a bold statement.
What's he say?
2025 Lowndes team, very similar to the 2019 team.
You guys know what was so special about the 2019 team?
that was Max last year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And they made it to the state championship.
That was a state championship appearance.
Yeah, and they they
Could have won. Could have won.
They could have won. They got behind early. They got behind. Just got behind early. They didn't. Who they play?
Marietta.
Yeah, Marietta. They were loaded with D1 talent that year, but they didn't do anything in the second half. We just couldn't get going offensively too much. So
I think the absence of Gary Osby really hurt us in that first half of that game.
Yeah. So, but we're here in 2025.
That's right.
And this team is very much alive. So I think that, and the reason I know people are wondering, like, why are you talking about these college coaches? Because we got D1 talent on our team, and so
All over.
give you an insight of those offers might come from some of your favorite players wearing that crimson and white. So we're holding off this. We're excited.
That's right.
About that,
So tomorrow night, Lowndes be walking into Wildcat Stadium. Dang internet not agreeing with me tonight, Chase.
I see that.
Yeah.
Man, I had my AILG walking across the stage in a little swagger into Wildcat Stadium tomorrow night, but we'll have to save that for next week.
Hey, Willie B.
Early kickoff.
Willie B. We know that your boy and the 5 men in the moving truck feeding to bring it. So we know the O-line gonna be a full effect. You tell Cam I said bring it.
That's right. So guys, listen, on behalf of Armand, Chase, I'm Larry. You guys have been watching another great episode of the Viking Nation Live, and we're gonna put a timeout. Armand's got one more thing to say.
We got an early kickoff tomorrow.
7 o'clock.
Kickoff at 7 o'clock. So you got to leave early. You got to leave work early to get there on time.
I'm leaving it too.
Yeah. So speaking of leaving, I got to go because I'm hungry. So anyway, you guys have a great trip over to the game tomorrow night. Have a fantastic weekend. May God bless every single one of you. And as always, go Vikings.
Go Vikings.